Anyone lucky enough to have gone on a hunt with the late GCF Dalziel knows that they've been guided by the best. Working out of his famous camp at Blue Sheep Lake in northern British Columbia, he led hunters into the mountains for many years in pursuit of the best of the high country wildlife. The record books for moose, grizzly bear, caribou, mountain goat, and stone sheep are filled with the names of hunters who were guided by this legend of the outdoors. Dal himself harvested record stone sheep in 1964 and 1965, which are still in the top 10 sheep ever taken. One of the hunters who was lucky enough to be guided by Dal was Bob Hansen of Wyoming. On his first hunt with Dal in the spring of 1970, he took a record grizzly bear and a record black bear. Bob still remembers every detail of his hunt with Dal, noting that the great guide knew every inch of his territory and every move of the animals they were hunting. When Bob and his wife Arlene, both life members of the Wild Sheep Foundation, conceived the idea of creating an award for outstanding guides, they immediately decided that it should be named for GCF Dalziel. Dal had distinguished himself over a long career, particularly as a sheep guide, and today's guides will be honored to be connected with an award named for such a professional. To be considered for the GCF Dalziel Outstanding Guide Award, the following must be demonstrated: a deep commitment to high ethical standards and sportsmanship, the esteem of the hunting community and his or her peers, consistent willingness to go the last mile to ensure a quality hunting experience for his or her clients, knowledge of the country and of the wild game animals inhabiting that country, an unfailing sense of humor, a work ethic, and a dedication to the health, safety, and well-being of his or her clients. In other words, be a lot like Dal. The great outdoors, magnificent creatures in breathtaking surroundings, the experience of a lifetime. These great hunts are made possible by dedicated guides like GCF Dalziel and the winners of the award that bears his name.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the GCF Dalziel Outstanding Guide Award. Award founders and sponsors, Bob and Arlene Hansen.
This is the 16th year that we have had the pleasure of delivering this award. We founded it back in 2001. We've had some great recipients, some of whom unfortunately have passed on. But it seems like each year it gets better and better and better, the quality of the candidates that are nominated. We had an outstanding cadre of nominees this year. We picked the best this year. There were equally others that were deserving as well. They will be passed on and considered in future years. So if you nominated somebody that didn't make it tonight, rest assured they will be considered next year. So let's get on to whom we're going to honor tonight. And Arlene will now give you those details.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's certainly a pleasure to be here this evening. And welcome, Wild Sheep Foundation family, each and every one of you. Our GCF Dalziel Outstanding Guide Award this year will be presented to an extraordinary young man. When his name is spoken by his peers, it is always expressed with high regard for his knowledge, determination, and skill in the field. He exudes confidence and compassion and has the ability to keep and nurture relationships with past clients. This young man is an incredible mountain athlete. He's been a guide on 114 contracted hunts and has taken with clients 36 sheep, numerous moose, mountain goats, as well as 38 grizzlies and 43 brown bear. He has been guiding since 2004, receiving his registered Alaska guide license in 2008. He has worked for Lance Kronberger and Freelance Outdoor Adventures for the past 10 years. This young man is incredibly passionate about the hunting industry. conservation of the land, and all the animals and birds that call it home. Some call this quiet and unassuming Minnesota boy a superstar. John Rydeen and his lovely wife, Leanne, John and Leanne are the proud parents of daughters 2-year-old Addison and baby Emma Lynn. Would you please welcome our 16th GCF Dalziel Outstanding Guide Award winner, John Rydeen.
Well, I didn't see this one coming, but I just want to say a quick thanks. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Lance, Nikki, and the family, and working with them. I've learned a lot about the guiding industry and being a hunter and a guide, and hey, thank you very much. And I know there's a lot of hunters, or a handful of hunters out here that I've been with, and I'd like to thank you guys for all the hunts and all the times and all the memories. So thank you.
Please stay up here because we're not through with you yet. It's now my great pleasure to introduce Jason Hairston, the founder of KUIU, along with Brendan Burns. Jason is the founder of KUIU, and he would like to make some additional awards.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Good evening. I want to thank the Wild Sheep Foundation and Gray for giving us, KUIU, the opportunity to sponsor this award. It means a lot to me personally. Spent a lot of time in the mountains with the guides. And I know the sacrifices they make so that we can chase our dreams. And our dreams cannot be realized without the hard work, the sacrifice that these guys make, which we know they don't do for the money, because of their passion and love for the mountains and for the sheep. And I just want to make sure that I can express my appreciation by sponsoring this award. And that's why I felt strongly about having the opportunity. I want to say thank you.
Everyone knows in this great sport that we all participate in, you can't do it alone. And if you don't owe a great guide one of your big rams, you just haven't hunted sheep enough. And when we decided to come on board with this, we wanted to make this award more than a title, and even more special than it has been. And I asked a bunch of guides, what can we do to make this even better? And we're going to help the guides do something that they don't get to do enough of, and that's to go on their own hunt. And so Johnny's going to join us on arguably the best elk hunt in all of Montana next fall.